Listen, I am telling you what. This episode is going to make you hungry. I'm going to put you on notice already. This is episode 776 of the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show, and we have an amazing business spotlight right here in the city of Richmond. You all know I interview people from all over, and I love it when I get to interview people that are right here within arm's reach. So we are super excited to have hanging out with us in the virtual green room. They're going to be coming up to the mic shortly. We have Susan Stephenson and Rob Stephenson, and they're the owners of Suzka's Cakes and Cookies. And this is a business spotlight. And you all know we love to spotlight business owners here on the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show. So go ahead, grab a friend, tell them to listen in. We're going to get started right after this quick intro. Don't you move.
Whoa. Why y'all so happy?
You don't know? Sharvette Mitchell is on the radio.
It's time to get motivated, excited, and influenced. Why? It's the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show, live from Richmond, Virginia. And now, here to motivate, excite, and influence you, Sharvette Mitchell.
Well, hello again, and welcome everyone to the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show, broadcasting live from the capital city of Richmond, Virginia. Listen, welcome to all of those that are hanging out with us in about 3 different places on Facebook. Hello to those hanging out with us on YouTube. Listen, YouTube is coming in already. Hello, Roberto. That's my cousin from New York. Good to see you, Maryland. Good to have you hanging out there. All right, listen, welcome, Carrie. That's my Aunt Susie and Uncle Robbie. Listen, family is in the house already. Welcome to those that are checking this out on LinkedIn. Certainly we appreciate you, and those that are faithful on Instagram, and absolutely our podcast platforms. Certainly Spotify is at the top of the list. iPhone users, you know what, Apple Podcast is up there, and some of you may be even listening to this from Amazon Music or iHeartRadio. I am Sharvette Mitchell, your host, CEO of Mitchell Productions. We're a marketing and professional development firm based here in Richmond, Virginia, Henrico specifically. And this show is one of our outlets. Again, episode 776. Yeah, you heard that correctly. And it is a business spotlight. We certainly cater our content and topics to and for business owners. And, I love it when I can actually connect with a business owner that is local to me, because we interview people from all over. And so, yeah, let's get ready to jump right on in. And again, we invite you to comment and chat as you're listening in. And we realize some of you are checking out the radio show or the podcast version. So you can still comment and interact whenever you are checking this out. And so here with our business spotlight, we have Susan and Rob Stephenson hanging out with us. Susan is first generation American. Susan took a leap of faith, left her job with Henrico County Public Schools to pursue her dream of having her own bakery business. This July, she celebrated, and they celebrated 6 years in business. Certainly her husband, Rob, and her are inseparable. It's a duo. It's a combination package here. And they make everything fresh. It's complete. It's not that prepackaged stuff. It is freshly baked to order, and they pray and bless their desserts. So whoever eats these delicious desserts, feel love from grandma. All right. I know you are like, okay, we're ready. We're ready. Coming up to the mic live on the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show, we have Susan and Rob. Put your hands together. Hello, Susan and Rob.
Hello.
Okay, wait. I hear clapping. Wait, is that clapping that I hear? I hear clapping. Yeah. We have clapping going on. I love it. Listen, every time that I have seen you all in person, I just love your energy. I just love you can definitely tell the passion that you all bring to literally everything that you're doing. And so I want just our listeners to know a little bit more about you. So I'll toss it to you first, Susan. Certainly you describe the bakery as Lakeside's best kept secret. And so for those who haven't discovered you yet, how would you describe and kind of talk to them about your home bakery specials?
So, yes, Lakeside's best kept secret. It's our little inside joke that when people see our t-shirts, hey, where are you located? And we always joke and say, in our house. It's a home bakery business. We're licensed and insured. And like, really? And they're like, where do you live? And
Where's
we're like,
your shop?
yeah. And it's like, it's not a shop. It's a home bakery until we get our brick and mortar.
There you go.
So that's why it's a little inside joke, and it's part of our t-shirt logo. Lakeside's best kept secret, because we've been in Lakeside for the past 20 years now.
Wow. Wonderful. Wonderful. And Rob, anything you wanted to add to that?
Well, I mean, and she's right. She basically said it all. It is, I mean, with us being a home bakery business and people would not know where we're located, so well, that's why it's a secret. Nobody knows, you know.
Yeah, and that's the perfect opportunity. We whip out our business card and we'll say, please follow us on, social media, Instagram, and now we've just started TikTok.
Yeah.
And so it's like, follow us. We'll always let you know when is our next pop-up event, pop in and shop in our home event.
Or when we have sales, because we usually have our annual sales either during, July when we celebrate our anniversary for the business. Sometimes during Christmas, we'll throw a Christmas special.
Yeah, we like to do Thanksgiving and Christmas. We like to do buy one, get the second one 50% off. Okay. And then that was like people having office parties, family parties. So they're like
dessert tables.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
They start like, oh, I want this cake, and then I want this cake, and then I'll take 2 dozen of these cookies. And I'm like, I'll fix whatever you want.
Right. We welcome that. We welcome that.
Yes. Awesome. So we can do so many different platters. We've had some people currently ask us if we can do a brownie platter. I said, we can do whatever platter you want.
You want brownies, blondies, our s'mores bars. I mean,
if you want it, you can have a variety platter, or you can just strictly have a blondie platter. It can be with nuts, without nuts.
We're customizable.
Very.
I love that. And so I definitely want to highlight, this kind of leap of faith, that you took, Susan, leaving your job with Henrico County Public School to pursue, really this dream. Like, what gave you the courage? Because this is something some would say, okay, you could have kept the job and done this on the side. What gave you the courage to make the leap of faith?
Ooh, that's a good one.
So the courage was, I knew that one of our oldest daughter had graduated high school and she had started college. Our youngest daughter was finishing. It was her senior year. And it was that summer. And I was like, you know what? Katie's almost out. Gwen is doing her thing. It's time for me to do my passion.
And we weren't going anywhere. We weren't planning on doing anything. We were doing a staycation at the time. And I was on vacation from my work, from my day job. And, she was on vacation from Henrico Schools. And we were just sitting there in bed, just thinking, you know what? It's time to stop saying what if. Let's just do it. And
I was getting very close to turning 50. I think I was 48 going on 49 when I said, you know what? Because I would sit at my desk waiting until 4:30 to get off of work, and I'll just be on my cell phone, my laptop, and I'm just like looking at menu options, how you can design your own menu, just to kill time until I could go home.
Yeah.
And then it's like, am I going to do it? What if I fail? And I'm like, you know what? You need to do it. You're not going to know unless you do it. So that's why I just kind of abruptly decided to. I had to do it. I didn't want to be 64, 70 and have regrets.
Oh my goodness.
Even try.
That was me. That was literally exactly what I said when I left corporate America, 2018, February 2nd, 2018. I said, I'm going to jump out here because I don't want to have any regrets. I don't want to look back. And I can see it's emotional. I don't want to look back and wonder what would have happened. So I celebrate you for that. Yes. Listen, I got a question coming in from YouTube already. A question coming in from you. Can I order online?
Yes.
Yes, you may. The only difference is it has to be local Richmond, Virginia, because we don't have the license to sell out of state. And especially because we're a home bakery business as well. So anytime you're going to be driving through Richmond because you're going to Miami or you're going to Maryland.
Or you're just coming to visit for that matter.
Exactly. Because we have customers. And you know what also has helped?
Yeah.
Out of state customers reaching out to us because like, you're located about 3 blocks away from my niece. I want to order some cookies and surprise her.
Yes.
So because it was an out-of-state customer, but they were purchasing for a local person from Richmond, Virginia. So we had one woman from Arizona,
one from Washington State,
and then Massachusetts. So we're like, oh, and there was another lady too. She was from DC. And it was she was planning the last day of school because I think it was her daughter's first year teaching. So she wanted me to, she said, can you deliver the cookies? And I said, sure, as long as it's in the radius of where we deliver to. Yeah. And she wanted the cookies to be delivered to a school on the East End. And I said, oh, yeah, I know where that school is. I know the principal. And, so I delivered the cookies there. And that teacher was so surprised. And the mom specifically made sure I had to deliver it by 10 a.m. on the last day of school.
Perfect timing. So there you go. There. Thank you for that question. And certainly I know some people might say, okay, well, tell us how you came up with the name for your bakery. And then you got cakes and cookies. I just showed a couple pictures. Those that are watching saw a couple pictures of the goods. But how did you come up with the name? And what exactly for the cakes and cookies are the types of things that you all sell?
Oh my goodness. Well, for the name, for the longest time, I wanted to know, okay, well, I love to bake. I love to cook. Baking is my forte. And I also, when my brother and he was 16 and I was 11. And then when he was 20 and I was 15, we always sat and said, you know what, we should have a little restaurant. We should have a bistro. We can sell mom and, dad's, our cultural food from Croatia and Czechoslovakia. And so we always said if we had it, we'd either call it the Postcard Cafe or the Hidden Cafe. And we even came up with our own menu. So God rest his soul. I love you, George. But the Suzka part is my father. My father was from Czechoslovakia and grew up in Bratislava. And I'm named, it's such an interesting story. I am named after my grandmother on my mother's side. But also, there was a family member on my father's side. Her name was Suzka. And Susan in Slavic language is Suzka. So in the household growing up, my dad would say, Suzka, doji vamo. And that in Slavic Croatian, it just meant, hey, Susie, come here. And so he always called me Suzka. My mama called me. My mom and dad were a trip. My mom spoke 7 languages. My father spoke 5.
Wow.
So growing up, and I'm the youngest of 6, and my first language was Spanish. And then I had to learn English. And then we went to school. It's such a, I'm going to write a book.
Yeah, it sounds like definitely. And so I'm sure that heritage and that background influences, your baking, today. Do you have any traditional things? Yeah.
Yes. I want people to realize the culture of the Slavic. And it gets a little personal for me, so I'm really going to do my best not to cry because everybody knows I'm a crybaby, but it's for good intentions.
Yeah.
My parents came to America in 1964. She was not alive to see the destruction that happened in 1990 with her country. And so sometimes when I meet current people from Bosnia or from Herzegovina or from Serbia,
Croatia,
they'll say, well, what is your mother? And I said, well, she is considered Croatian. I said, but I'm sorry. I try to be respectful. I understand the war y'all have gone through. But to me, I'm not picking a side. I'm a Slavic. I'm a Yugoslavian Czech American. And I always joke, I'm a Yugo-Czech American. So I don't like it when it starts becoming political.
Yeah.
Because that's not what I know. I know what my mom and dad told me about their country.
Yeah.
And it's just unfortunate with war and how things break up. But I have all respect for those who have gone through the war and have suffered.
And in 2004, we had the privilege, because I had made a lot of overtime doing repairs after Hurricane Isabel. So we had the opportunity to visit her family in Croatia, in Vinkovci.
We took all his overtime money and just kept putting it aside. And
we stayed with her cousin for 3 weeks while we were there. Our kids were at the time 4 and almost 2.
Yep.
And so you can imagine traveling across the world with 2 very young kids.
My aunt, she was like, she said, "Oh my God." And she said, of course, in Croatian, "You are so brave to travel with 2 small children." And I was like, well, how else am I going to meet you? I don't have my mom and dad to babysit. My mom and dad, all my families in Europe.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you. And we thank you so much for sharing that. Touching and welcome to all those that are coming on in. We see you coming on in.
I saw Miss Patricia. No, not Miss Patricia. Sophia.
Yes, Miss Sophia. So glad to see you. Must be a customer or someone you recognize.
She is our pastor's wife, Dominique and Sophia Pritchett.
Oh, awesome. Friends of the show. Friends of the
show. The most awesome people. And they were our biggest supporters for starting our business. And our very first pop-up was at their church.
And we tithe our first
$5. The very first $5 we made, we tithed it back to the church.
Absolutely. Awesome. He is such an awesome, and Sophia is such an awesome couple, inspirational. And Dominique, you better get on the ball and get me another church because I'm missing y'all. But we talk, we text, we email each other, we
pray with each other. Wonderful. They're the biggest inspirations to us, and
they're my brother and sister. I don't care what anybody says.
They're literally our brother and sister.
Yeah, thank you for saying that, because you definitely mention and talk about how, the cakes and the cookies, aren't just beautiful, aren't just delicious, but, you pray over them, you bless them. And certainly how is faith a big part or important part with you all's business?
It's a very big part.
I really don't want to get emotional. I can do this, right?
You can do this.
You can do this. And it's live. That's why those that are watching, this is not anything, this is live. This is not anything put on or anything. So
I pray into the cookies because I don't want anyone to feel what I've had to go through in life.
We want people to feel joy. They want to feel the joy of the Lord. The joy of
because come on,
life.
We all know that everybody will either be an emotional eater or it could be a vice. We all know that. When he wants his salty, he goes and gets his pretzels. When I want my sweet, I go and get my cookies. Or everybody has something that makes them feel good. So with all the things I've gone through in my life, I pray and I mix and I say, "Dear Father in heaven, for whoever shall eat this dessert, may it comfort them if they are hurting. May it make them happy if they are feeling sad. May it make them feel loved when they feel like they have nobody." Because I've experienced all of that. And I would never want anybody to go through what I've gone through. So I'd rather be someone's blessing and not a curse.
Yeah.
So if I can afford it and I have it, or if it's mine and I don't need it, I'm going to help you. And that's the same with my nieces and my nephews and my great nieces and my great nephews. I have lost too much family where I'm going to be there for them.
Yeah. Wow. Viewers and listeners, certainly you hear the passion, and I would absolutely want to have cakes and cookies from a bakery like this. Suzka's cakesandcookies.com. If you're listening to the podcast version, look down below in the show notes. We have the links there to connect on Facebook, on Instagram. We have tagged on Facebook. We have tagged on Instagram. We have it on our blog, Sharvette.com. We have the bio. We have the links. All the information is right there for you. And again, you can just place your orders. If someone has, so I can imagine, and I've showed a couple pictures. Those that are listening to the podcast, you really need to come look at the YouTube version of this. So because you're going to want what you see on the screen. But there's these custom cookies. And if someone's having, let's say, a wedding, what are the types of things that you all have created for weddings?
So what we have created for weddings are, we will usually ask the client, what is it that you want? Are you looking just for a nice, decorative variety of goods? This is what we know how to make. We know how to make rum balls and truffle balls and covered pretzels, and we know how to make
such a wide variety of
standard
cookies,
cupcakes, mini cupcakes, cookie cakes, and we have done cookie towers are now popular.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that is currently something we're kind of working on until
And the last wedding that we did, and
it was last August.
And the couple, they specifically asked for all of our treats to be dairy free, because there was at least 2 or 3 guests out of 70-some guests that could not have any dairy.
So she wanted to make sure that it was everybody could enjoy it and still tasted delicious and didn't change the taste of our product. So my husband and I, we found the right butter.
Wow.
Took some research, but we found
We found the right butter, and a lot of people were like, oh my God, can I eat that? Can I eat that? And I said, yes, it's dairy free. And they were like, the buttercream? I said, yes, it's dairy. So then they were, oh my God, that tastes so good.
Even the DJ, I've known the DJ since I was a kindergartner, and he tasted, he's like, are you telling me all of this is dairy free? I tasted everything. He goes, I can't tell.
And I was like, well, can you imagine if you had it with the butter?
With the real stuff? He's like, if it tastes this good, dairy free, he goes, I can only imagine what's going to taste like.
Right. I mean, it's next level. It is next level. And so certainly you all have just shared, why going with, the bakery like you all have versus going in a grocery store, right? Like you all you are customer focused and all of that. Do you have any favorites that people repeatedly buy?
Lavender lemon. Oh my gosh.
Lavender lemon. And let me tell you, I'll never forget, we had our first pop-up event, and it was in front of a friend of ours. She owns Whispers of Time. And we were getting because we always have samples. This is my motto. You can try before you buy, because some people, they're like, well, what does that taste like? Well, what does that taste like? Well, what kind of profile is it? And I'm like, not a problem. Which one would you like to try? We have all samples at our pop-up event.
Because how many times have you gone to an artesian market or any and there you would see, a little bakery table set up, but there's nothing to sample. It's like, do you really want to take that chance?
And then you take that chance and you're like, is it going to be good? Is it going to be dry? Is it going to be moist?
It's going to be overly sweet? Is it going to be, not sweet enough?
And that's a little bit why that was another spark, because I am a carrot cake lover. I have a carrot cake recipe, and it's been in the family for quite some time.
Ooh.
And I will go to the grocery store, and you can buy an individual cupcake from the bakery, and it looks so good, and I know what mine tastes like. So I'm thinking, I'm gonna go home, eat my dinner, and then I'm gonna eat my dessert, and I go and I bite into it.
And it's sandpaper.
And I was like, I'll tell my husband, I said, do you want it? You can have it if you want it.
I'm going to get back to you. Listen, we have Paula coming in, who is a local business owner. I don't know if you are connected with her. She has an event space. But Paula said, try before you buy is a perfect plan.
Yes.
Absolutely. So y'all connect. I think that would be a great connection point there. Okay, Grace, I love that. So 6 years in business. I know you are working on an edible cookie printer.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, the big project, the big thing that we're trying to
We've
save
been
up for.
trying, how many, 2 years, going on 3 years
almost
now?
3 years now.
Yeah, I think in 2026, it will be 3 years now that every time we have money put aside, you know, we'll go and count it. I'm like, all right, we got $506. And it's like, but just a piece of equipment we need and want is at the lowest $2,500.
Okay.
And if you want the best, the latest and the greatest is around $4,500. But I'm happy to settle for what I can afford, which would be on the lower end. But something would come up and like, oh, gotta touch it, you know, or, you know, I gotta help my children if they need help with something, and then they pay me back, but then they pay me back, and then I'm like, oh, well, let me just go to Fast Mart, or let me go get, you know, something quick to eat, instead of being a good girl and putting it back in the savings. So yeah.
So that's something that's it's coming. It is coming, but you all have a lot of amazing desserts and cakes. What about the cakes? So carrot cake sounds like definitely
carrot cake, red velvet cake, hummingbird cake. And we love it around St. Patrick's Day, the Bailey's Irish chocolate cake.
Oh my God.
Oh yes, with a Bailey's Irish cream filling. That is so delicious.
Oh, then of course our Southern pound cake that we always like to put some jam on that.
The Southern butter pound cake, you can have it naked, or you can have it with whichever type of glaze. So if you want it to be a lemon glaze, a blueberry glaze, or the combination of the two, we can make whatever glaze flavor you want to go with your pound cake. But I like it naked because then I put my favorite jam on it, and then I got my coffee, and woo, we in heaven.
Oh my goodness, listeners! I told y'all when you finish listening, you were going to be hungry. So with that being said, how can local to Richmond, or if you can get to Richmond, how do people place an order?
The best thing is if they are from Richmond, all you need to do is call, or you can text us, and then we will contact you back and see what it is that you would like to order. For our cakes and decorated sugar cookies, we need for people to call 2 to 3 weeks before the event they need it, because we have a quite busy baking schedule with our current customers. And with we also bake for the local Lakeside Farmers Market with Miss Sarah at the Twisted Carrot Farming Market. We have our products there on the indoor on the robin's egg blue table, and you'll see our little logos, Suzka's Cakes and Cookies. And so we have that we try to also do every week on top of having orders for our customers. So yeah, we're pretty busy. I know she might reach out to me. She's like, hey, you gonna bring anything? So if you see in this, Sarah, yes, I'm gonna have something for you this week.
So it sounds like they can jump over to the website and at least get the contact information there.
Anything, and what we're trying to tell people is that if you know you're having a Christmas party, you need to call now, because I already have 3 orders for November and 2 for December. Once our calendar is full, it's full on top of our pop-up events we have coming up. Our first one coming up, if I'm correct, will be October for the Vostoberfest.
Yes, it will be at Vossen Brewery. This will be our second time for their Vostoberfest.
Yes, that will be on Saturday, October 4th.
All right. And pop-up means they can come there and purchase goods.
Sure, purchase goods, have some German beer and some delicious pierogies.
Get our German Linzer Torte.
Yes, our German Linzer Torte. Oh my God, if you're a hazelnut lover, it is a hazelnut cake with whatever favorite jam you like, but I like it with raspberry, and my sister does too. And then we also like to take raspberry jam and mix it with rose hip jam that is from my mother's country, from Croatia.
Oh.
just mixing those two flavors, it just it's such a delicious taste.
Oh yeah.
My coffee lovers, you're gonna love this cake.
Oh yes.
Because,
boy.
It can be addicting. You got
yes. Oh, let me capture this. Ashley, a live testimonial coming in here from Facebook. They did my wedding cookies and they were absolutely wonderful. Thank you, Ashley.
We love you, Ashley.
Thank you, Ashley. We love you and your sweet baby girl too.
Yes, Carrie. She's like, yes, yummy, yummy, yummy. Paula's coming in from Facebook said, I loved the designer Mary Kay cookies you all made for my teacher friends.
Yep, she sure did. She reached out to me and she thought it would be real cute. She's like, hey, do you think you can do some makeup looking cookies? And I said, yeah. I said, I've got the fingernail polish cookie cutter. I got the lipstick cookie cutter. I was like, yeah, girl.
We even had the little color compact. We did the whole
the
whole thing.
Eyeshadow compact. Yep. Yeah, so parents or y'all having a little princess party, we got you on princess party, we got you on any party. I mean, you tell us what you want, we're gonna make it happen.
I'm telling you, our time flew by and I honor your time. Last question, two were ending questions. Looking ahead, kind of what is the vision for the bakery for the next few years?
Well, that is quite open, but currently it's our 2-year plan that we're going to still be operating a home bakery business. And then the goal and the dream is to get a larger house, more space, and then we can continue having a home bakery or whatever God allows and blesses us with, then we'll eventually get a brick and mortar. But until then, we're working with what we got.
Listen, I love it. Look, Emily said, I would like to share a picture or two of what Susan has done for my son, but I can't. Maybe is that for a birthday that's coming that hasn't come up yet?
Probably.
And if you go on our website at SuzkaCaseandCookies.com and look in our gallery, you'll see all these turkey cookies. And we got a 3D turkey, and then we got all these other different turkeys on there, and those are the ones that we did for her son's birthday about a year or two back.
Yeah, it was like a year ago.
Yeah. And he still talks about these cookies till this day.
He's a Thanksgiving baby.
Yes.
Oh,
so she wanted to surprise him with something different, and she was like, "Do you think you can do some turkey cookies?" And I said, "Yeah, I got turkey cookie cutters."
Like, yes, I got it. Well, I am telling you, this has been awesome being able to just chat with you all. We connected. Shout out to Henrico County and Henrico citizens. We both won a advertising grant. If you listen to the podcast, go back last week. I talked about grants, so this ties into that. But and so we've had just a little bit of space in person together. But I'm glad that I had a chance to just feature you and feature your business. We love your clients showing up in the audience here. And
we love our clients. We love our
clients. Thank y'all for always returning back.
Yes. And last question. The goal of the show is to motivate, excite, and influence. We want to know what continues to motivate Susan, and then what continues to motivate Rob.
Woo, I don't know. This could be a combo answer.
Okay,
but I will say
go ahead.
There have been a few times where you kind of self-doubt, like, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Or it's like, oh my God, it's because you want so much to succeed. And we go to pop-up events, and sometimes we have never fully sold out, but near it. But when it's a bad client day or too much events around Richmond, Virginia, we come home with a lot of leftovers. And then it's like, you don't want to throw it away. You don't. Yeah. So some things are salvageable and we can put it in the freezer. Other things we go and give it away. We've given away to a couple of fire stations in Lakeside, and I think the ambulance people,
and then also the food, the little food pantry.
Yes, the food pantry. Yes, we'll take some of our treats and put it in the food pantry in the neighborhood.
Wow.
But for me, what inspires me is when I run into somebody because they see my T-shirt or his T-shirt
or the logo on the side of the car.
Yes, the logo on the side of the car, and I'll never forget. It was one woman. This was last summer, and I was pumping gas, and she come up upon me. Said, "I'm so sorry to disturb you," and I was like, "Okay." I said, "Is everything all right?" Because I'm like, "Who is this lady? Why is she approaching me at the gas pump?" And she's like, "I saw." She goes, "I got in my car and I saw your logo. I buy your stuff all the time at the Lakeside Farmers Market." And I was like, I was like, "Thank you." And she's like, "Whatever you're doing, keep it up." She says, "Your stuff is delicious." And that is my sign from God to tell me, don't give up, keep going.
Yeah.
Recently, in June,
Yep.
I have a bad knee all of a sudden. I'm teetering on bone.
Okay.
So my husband will pull up by the store, so I don't have to walk the entire parking lot.
Yeah.
And I have to get a money order, for a bill or something. And I'm getting out of the car, and I'm like, "Why is this guy staring at me?" I mean, I can just tell the eyes are on me.
And I could see he was just, literally, he just had his eyes locked right on her and just.
And then as I'm getting closer, and I said, "Be nice, Sue." Yeah. Because I'll be like, "What's your problem? Why you looking at me?" And I'm like, "Don't do it. You have I have a logo on my car. Maybe he has a question." So I just was being nice and walking minding my business. And he said, "I saw your car." And I said, "Yes, sir." And he's like, "I buy your stuff too He's like, "I buy your stuff at the market." And I said, "Well, thank you for supporting our small bakery."
Yes.
He said, "Your red velvet cake." He goes, "That is the best daggone velvet cake ever." And I was like, "Well, I really appreciate you telling me that." I said, "Can you do me a big favor?" I said, "You see the car because you saw the emblem." I said, "My husband is in there." I said, "Could you please be so kind and give him that message?"
Yeah.
Yes. There are times we just want to say, "You know what? Wrap it up, sell all the baking equipment, and just,
We had some very down times, and there was a while where we were very depressed. We weren't making very many
This is
sales.
my full-time job, as I told you, buffet. It's okay. Things are getting better.
Orders have been pouring in. People have been finding us on Google. Citizen.
Thank you, Henrico Citizen. God bless y'all.
And then also people remembering us from all the pop-ups, because last year we were doing pop-up after pop-up after pop-up.
We've had a lot of pop-ups at Oddballs Collectibles, so I'm trying to get us back in there, but
people keep asking, "When y'all coming back to Oddballs?"
Mr. John, he doesn't allow you to prepay. If you want to be at his event,
you got to be there.
You got to pay in person, and he'll give you a receipt for the day you pay for your event.
Wow.
Nothing online, so if you want it, you got to hustle up to the store and make sure you pay. I missed the announcement, so then I'm like, man,
it's gonna come back around some other kind of way.
And his wife's sister's like, "Man, I've been wanting y'all to come back up here." I said, "You can always order from us."
Absolutely.
I said, "You can order. You can message us on Facebook, message us on Instagram,
message
us on TikTok."
Remember, we deliver.
Yes, awesome. Well, thank you so much. It has been amazing just chatting and featuring you all. And we certainly just wish you all much more continued success. Thank you for being such lively guests as well.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Not many people can handle me. They say I'm too extra, but I am who I am. So I love y'all.
Keep doing it. Thank you so much. Wow. I am telling you, amazing. I'm here on the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show. Again, if you're like, I just came in, I missed some of it, no problem. We got you. Go to Sharvette.com. We have a whole entire blog post about Susan and Rob. We have links to their Facebook, website, Instagram. If you're following me on Facebook, what are you doing if you're not? They're on our business page, Mitchell Productions Consulting. They're on Sharvette's page, and they're on Instagram. We have tagged in a couple of places. And again, if you're listening on the podcast, just look down below in the show notes. We have all the information there. Key Point, Richmond, Virginia, or if you can get here, that's where you want to connect. That's where you want to connect. And we want to let you know that this episode is being brought to you by our 9th in-person event. It is the Platform Builder Summit. Listen, I can show you better than I can tell you. We're going to go out with a commercial and give you a little taste so you can see what our past events have been. But this is for women entrepreneurs, women in business. Join me right here in Richmond, Virginia, November 7th. November 8th at the Drury Plaza Hotel. Jump over to platformbuildersummit.com. Again, jump over to platformbuildersummit.com to find out all of the information. And we thank you so much for keeping it locked here. You can see all of our past shows, all of our upcoming guests at Sharvette.com. That is a quick, great way to connect. Thank you so much, Carrie, for being here and being in the audience. We appreciate you. Shout out to my sister, Kim. Shout out to my mom. I saw you all in the audience as well. Listen, it's a family affair over here. So as we go out, again, this is a little taste of one of our past events, and we are so excited that you listen and watch the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show. We'll see you all later on the web. Bye. I am Sharvette Mitchell, CEO of Mitchell Productions, the producer and host of the Platform Builder Summit. We are here in beautiful Richmond, Virginia with 115 amazing women, professional service providers. We have therapists, we have accountants, we have realtors in this space, and we're excited about all of the amazing transformations that their businesses and their brands will continue to have.
I was drawn to this conference because of all the beautiful things I heard about the conference. This is my first experience, so I've only heard great things about the empowering women that shared their stories and the things that people take it away from it, and I wanted that experience.
One of the things that I've enjoyed the most about just meeting other women and interacting with other women is the fact that we all realize that we can work together and we can partner together. I don't know how you can come to a Sharvette event and not leave more confident in your skill set and in your gifting, and that's absolutely what I feel today, having just been in the room for the past couple days.
Anything and everything you could think of in regards to business has been discussed, from marketing to finance to planning to strategy to platform building. It's so many amazing nuggets that I can take back and actually implement and grow my business.
This is my second time coming to one of these conferences, and I'm telling you, every time I just get more fired up about what it is, what my why is.
This is going to energize me for the rest of the year and into 2024. So grateful.
Live from Richmond, Virginia, you've been listening to the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show. Get Sharvette Mitchell every Tuesday at 6 p.m. interviewing all the stars you want to hear from. So until next week, stay motivated, excited, and influenced. This is the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show.